Rosslyn Data Technologies is a cloud analytics platform. They help organisations of all sizes to master their data, to collect it, transform it, and manage it all quickly and easily. CEO Charles Clark joins me now. Now, first of all, what kind of data are we talking about? What are you helping companies organise?
There is so much data in the world, and there's data that's inside a company. So the data within their financial systems and their sales systems and their logistics systems, which all need to now be pulled together. And there's also a huge amount of data that individuals carry around. So do they like a customer or a supplier or something like that? That all needs to also be collected, and it's jolly difficult to collect it. And the really, really great companies collect all this data and bring it to bear like no others. And we've seen masses of examples of good companies like eBay and Apple use things with their data that no other people are using and creating competitive advantage.
So where do you fit in?
We are the company that has developed the tools that allow the business user to collect all that data and bring it together into one place and then knit it all together in many ways and clean up the dirty data. You look in your Outlook, you'll see tons of dirty data in there, and that all needs to be cleansed. Now we allow them to cleanse that data, and then they can then slice and dice it and bring it to bear and visualize terabits, petabits of data in easy to consume ways to make those decisions.
I mean, you're talking about a market here that's potentially huge.
Oh, it's vast. I mean, it's over 40 billion a year. It's growing at 17% a year, an annum, according to Gartner. And there is an unknown amount of value that can be unlocked from this data. Just remember, data is not like a pound you spend. You can use data over and over and over again. And I think savvy companies are really beginning to understand this and really get hold of their data and use it.
There's a challenge there for you, though, to stay focused, because it's so big and so vast and there are so many possibilities. How do you keep yourself streamlined and in the zone?
That is really key, and it's key to our success. So what we've done is we've targeted self-service, so as it says, self-service analytics for the average business user. And in order to do that, so we've not ignored IT, we are now working very closely with IT, but we've really targeted the business user, the decision maker, and given him the tools, or her the tools. And in doing that, we've opened up, we believe the market is about 600 million knowledge workers around the world, and they are all wanting data to make decisions.
They want the data to make decisions,
Yeah.
but what are they going to do with it then? You
Yeah.
say on your website that you want this to lead to action, you're creating value. Can you give me an example?
Yeah, so what we try and do is we land as fast as we can in a big company. So a big pharmaceutical company like Merck will have a problem with its supply chain. And there will be masses of data that they're trying to aggregate in many, many different languages from around the world. And those folks will be looking for risks. The world, as you open your newspaper, every day of the week there's a new risk. What's the impact? And a classic example was about a month or 6 weeks ago when Switzerland unpegged its currency and it appreciated by 30%. Now in most of our clients that would take 4 to 5 weeks to work out the impact. Our clients are doing it in about 4 to 5 minutes. And that type of agility and knowledge at the end of their fingertips really does move the needle.
So you're saving time and you're saving the money in doing that.
And in other cases, I'll give you two more, markets, so marketing and sales will be identifying new markets that they haven't penetrated. And we're doing some work with a very large private company in Holland at the moment to identify which possible new markets in Europe that they aren't penetrating yet, and that could be ripe for a move. And on the other side of the extreme, we're working in the education business sector in America, where we're not just helping the universities in the higher education sector run their universities and manage their alumni more effectively, but in the kindergartens to 12-year-olds, we're actually analysing kids' results. And they're doing some really cool things on the platform around that, where they're using predictive analytics to help teachers, guide kids through a really, really difficult part of their lives where they don't know whether they're Arthur or Martha, to do some great things.
So you're giving companies a toolkit, essentially.
Absolutely.
Now you mentioned the initiative in the States with the universities. In January you announced a solid set of interims, highlighting encouraging progress. So what other news can we expect? Have you got a stream coming out in the next few months?
I think a lot of people have got to realise, or don't realise, that we've come from a very small base. So the platform was launched in September 2012, as it is. And in that short period of time, we've done some pretty exciting, pretty profound things. And where we've positioned the company now is to partner with some really exciting large corporates. So one of our large partners is Xerox, and we've got 14 or 15 large projects in pilot stage now. Any one of those large projects could be a huge difference to this company. I've recently announced the resignation of Pricewaterhouse because we are in negotiations and talks at the moment about a joint business relationship. Now, PwC don't do many of these every year, and the sort of the confidence that gives us, and the number of new markets that opens us up to, plus the sales team in PwC is just colossal. It could be profound to the company and make all the difference.
You've got big ambitions, it sounds
Yeah.
exciting, you seem to be in the right place at the right time, but how are you going to pay for it?
I have been lucky enough to surround myself with some great people, and I've got the support of 5 or 6 of the finest institutions in the UK. We raised 10 million a year ago between friends, and what we have done is build a company where we can see a clear roadmap through to cash flow break even. And we are confident that given current run rates, the current acquisition costs of a client and the size of each of these clients, we will achieve that.
You say you've got a clear vision, a clear path. Give me a timeline.
It's 18 months to 2 years away is that break even point, which is in line with the market forecasts.
And then you'll start making some real money. Charles, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.